Lieutenant Marcus Chen knew the weight of survival. The Vrex conflict had consumed a decade of his existence, carving losses into his memory that would never heal. He recalled the acrid smoke of burning stations, the piercing screech of energy weapons, and the terrible quiet that followed each fallen friend. When the armistice was declared, Marcus anticipated only transport home. He longed for Earth's forests, for rain on his face, for his sister's embrace. Reality had different plans. The message arrived on crystalline Vrex technology, symbols pulsing with bioluminescence. 4 Vrex envoys delivered it wordlessly, their towering forms blocking the light in his temporary housing. Marcus followed without protest, boots echoing on metallic corridors, wondering what judgment awaited. The council chamber felt oppressive. At its center sat the Prime Elder, her crystalline skin refracting light into rainbow patterns, eyes like frozen starlight. Other elders ringed the space, robes shifting like living shadows. Marcus stood rigid before them, fists clenched. He'd faced bombardments without fear, but this felt different. This was judgment without weapons. The Prime Elder's voice resonated through the chamber. Lieutenant Marcus Chen of Earth, you stand before us not as captive, but as chosen. Marcus tensed. Chosen. He expected accusations, condemnations for battles won. What came instead struck deeper than any wound. Your resilience has been demonstrated. Your genetic line is valuable. The Vrex have lost countless males. Our females mature with no prospects for continuation. Therefore, by council decree, you will provide genetic material for our young females. Your contribution will restore what war destroyed. Silence crashed over the room. Marcus blinked, certain he'd misunderstood. His pulse thundered. After everything their forces had done to Earth, to his unit, they wanted this? His voice cracked with disbelief. You expect compliance after your fleets burned our colonies? After your weapons killed my squad? The Prime Elder remained steady. Yes, because you endured when millions perished. Your species possesses qualities we require. You perceive humiliation. We see necessity. Marcus trembled with rage, but beyond the council, he noticed them. The young females. They waited behind translucent barriers, faces uncertain, afraid. They weren't warriors. They were daughters born into catastrophe, trapped by circumstances beyond their control. Their expressions held no malice, only anxiety about an unknown future. In that instant, Marcus grasped something agonizing. This wasn't punishment or vengeance. It was desperation. That night, Marcus couldn't rest. Memories of his fallen comrades haunted him. Rodriguez, who'd saved his life twice before plasma fire cut her down. Chen thought of the orbital stations reduced to debris, families vaporized in seconds. The Vrex had taken everything, yet they weren't demanding retribution. They were begging for mercy. He hated them for that paradox. When dawn arrived, a young attendant requested his presence. The females wish to meet you. Marcus followed, stomach churning. The chamber was intimate, warm. 6 young Vrex females stood waiting, draped in flowing fabrics. Their crystalline features caught the light, eyes wide with uncertainty. Some couldn't meet his gaze. They reminded him of the students back home, the ones who'd had futures before the war erased possibilities. One stepped forward, voice trembling. We were told you despise us. Marcus swallowed hard. Did he? He despised their military, their high command, their war machines. But these young women, he didn't know them. I did, he admitted roughly. Maybe part of me still does. But I'm tired of graves, tired of watching people bury their children. The youngest whispered, then you'll help us survive. Hope in her voice was fragile, breakable. Marcus exhaled slowly. I'll try. Not as your enemy, not as a weapon. If I do this, it'll be as your protector. Relief washed across their faces. Fear transformed into tentative trust. He didn't deserve it yet, but it existed. Days became weeks. Marcus visited regularly, sharing stories of Earth, listening to their accounts of Vrex culture before devastation. Slowly, they became less alien, more vulnerable lives requiring protection. But not everyone accepted his presence. Veterans, grieving families, scarred survivors watched with burning resentment. One night, assassins infiltrated his quarters. Marcus fought viciously, barely surviving. When the females discovered him bleeding, their terror and concern shifted something fundamental inside him. "I came here expecting death," Marcus whispered. "Instead, you gave me purpose." The youngest female's voice broke. "Your legacy lives in us." Marcus smiled faintly. Then everything mattered. They buried him beneath the gardens where children played. The Prime Elder spoke to assembled crowds. "He arrived as our enemy. He left his family. One human showed us that strength lies not in warfare, but in choosing life over vengeance." Generations later, children with human DNA and Vrex heritage carried his story across stars. They called him many things, but one name endured: Father of Tomorrow. And throughout both worlds, Marcus Chen's truth remained. True victory isn't won through destruction, it's won through compassion.